So Florence, tell me a little more about your background and why this is such a passionate subject for you. Was there anything in your school experience that has led you to stand up for this? No?
No, I wasn't abducted.
I mean, is there something about the way you value education?
And I just think that women do deserve a lot more than we're getting. And I also know the impacts that women do make when they get into position of leadership. Now, if a group of girls decide to get an education to be better citizens, I don't think anybody has the right to deprive them of that. We should get as many girls into schools as possible. We already have a lot of girls who are not in school. So when we're talking about girl-child education and we're all putting resources to ensure that we have more women going to school, we're telling parents it's right for girls to go to school as much as it's right for boys to go to school. And some people decide, okay, yes, we're going to send our kids to school. I really do not think anybody has a right to stop them from going to school. I really would not stand for that.
It's a powerful message. That's one of the reasons why Malala Yousafzai has the Nobel Prize this week.
Yes.
Ironic that it's all happening at the same time.
And she's a very good friend of the Bring Back Our Girls family, and she's been a very strong advocate. She was with us for a Malala Day event. She actually had that Malala Day speech with us. And she met with some of the girls who escaped and their parents, of some of the ones who were still in captivity. It was really good because, take for instance, if the terrorists had succeeded with Malala, do you see how much impact she has had on the world? They would have deprived all of us of that. All of these girls have potentials to be great. We cannot have the terrorists deprive all of us of that. Malala is who she is because she still stands for what she believes in, irrespective of the danger she has had to face and overcome. And that's the story we're going to tell our girls. You're not victims in this. You came out victorious. And the greatest victory you can claim is to go out there and be everything that you want to be. Let the terrorists know they didn't break you. Let them know that your life is still very much intact and you can decide to be anything you want to be, and you're no longer afraid of them.
You've been traveling around the state and meeting with college classes, I think, and with local groups. Can you talk a little bit about who you've been talking to, and are Coloradans aware of the abducted girls in the Bring Back Our Girls campaign?
We've been to a lot of places in Colorado. We've been to Colorado Springs, we've been to Aspen, we've been to Greeley, and then in Denver here. And people are aware. And a lot of them participated, just like you, in the online social media campaigns. Some did assume that the girls were found, and rightly so, yes. Because who would expect 6 months? So some would have thought, oh no, I think these girls ought to have been found. Because it's 6 months. I didn't think that we would still be talking, Bring Back Our Girls 6 months after. I never thought so. When we took the first march, nobody in the Bring Back Our Girls family ever thought it will go beyond a week. It's over 6 months. But the people of Colorado that I've come to know and deeply appreciate are just so warm. A lot of them want to know how they can help, how they can keep this issue at the front burner. And it just kind of tells me that we humans, we do have a lot of good in us, irrespective of all the bad going on in the world. We really do care about each other, and that's the way it should be.
When they ask you what it is they can do, particularly young people, what are you telling them?
Well, one of the things that I said to them, or some of the things that I did say to them is, one, we need to keep the social media campaign on.
Wow.
We really need to do that. Because one of the things it achieved for us was to create awareness. We need to use social media to compel the right action, which is to bring back our girls. We need to use social media to drive the campaign, so much so that our leaders in the individual capacity are still very much aware that we're not letting the issue go. If they have to write to their representatives, they should do that. If they have to do a protest, peaceful protest march to the governor's office, they should do that. The bottom line is, you and I cannot order an army to go to the forest and find our girls. We would love to. I would love to, but I don't have that power. I don't have the authority to do that. But what you and I can do is make sure that those who have the authority to do that do not get arrested. Those who can actually send an army to go find our girls do not rest. And the only way we can do that is to ensure that the issue is constantly in the media, constantly on social media. Everywhere my president turns, he finds us. He doesn't, I'm sure he's so tired of us, but everywhere he turns, there's always us every day.
So these topics are very much, to the fore, I think, in our conversation. And I think it's always a reminder of the fact that although women have advanced a great deal within our generation, that there's a lot of work to be done.
Women need to know that it's okay to desire success.
Isn't that interesting?
In whatever success is for them, men just show up and own it. Like, seriously, they just show up and they just own it. Women don't think they deserve it. Okay, now look at the world as it is. Who have been in charge of all of this? Men. And how good are we doing? Not so good. There are just too many wars, too many deaths, too many poverty, too many of all those negative things. We need women who get the job done. We need more women in government. We need more women in leadership positions. We need more women taking charge of things. Because I really do know that we do a very good job. I do know that. So we need to encourage that.
Would that be something you'd ever consider?
Well, I'm in a leadership position. I don't think I would go into politics now. But I'll probably give those who are in office, who are not doing the right things, I'll probably give them a good headache.
Okay, that sounds great. So, well, on behalf of World Denver and on behalf of Colorado, thank you so much for your visit. Thank you for your time today. And I hope you're right and the girls will be back now.
I hope so too. And thank you all for having me. It's been a life-changing experience for me. Thank you.